Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit. And so, all of our messages follow on from one to the next, because they are all given by our higher selves, from all the people that come to me for healing, all the people that come to me for energy reads, and all the people that join the crystal grid that I do. All of those details are in the link. And so, I just had to share this because in the healing that I did today, the last video I took in the healing, at the end, the Divine Masculine was giving out lemon drops. And the basis of the healing was that it was going to, when you were thinking about time and when it was going to happen, it was sending you off the track, basically. And so the whole essence of the healing was that you need to stay out of the mind and into the heart, because the heart is where the connection is. And so when we focused on the heart, that's when I saw a set of scales, and they were there as children on either side of the scale, and he was divvying out lemon drops. Now, I knew that there was going to be something coming up about lemon drops, because then as soon as I sent the video out, then people messaged me to say, firstly, that they do an art class, and the art teacher always gives out sweets, and this lady is always drawn to lemon drops. Another lady contacted me to say that her nephew has recently just taken to calling her lemon drop. So I was like, okay, well, there's definitely something in this then. So of course I researched it, and this is going to blow you away, as it did me. Now, just before I read this, because it is all linked to Dorothy and the Yellow Brick Road, and because, remember, Dorothy is all about clicking your heels 3 times and knowing that she always had the power within to take her home. Now, just before I say this, I've just been out for dinner, because I was invited out to dinner because a friend of mine is a dentist, and his patient is an elderly lady who's just lost her twin sister. Her twin sister is, they were 81, I think, and her sister was called Betty, B. Now, we had all the messages a long time ago about B, because it was all linked to abundance, etc. I'm at dinner with these friends, and they start talking about a friend of theirs who, unfortunately, very, very sadly committed suicide. He was 33. Now, 33 is the card that has been coming up a lot, because it is the doorway to romance card in the tarot deck, in the energy deck that I use. They started talking about the funeral. In the funeral, his father stood up and said that he likened him to an apple. And he said that he was rosy on the outside, but in the inside he was very bruised. Not only that, they'd said the music that they brought him into was Black Beauty, the theme tune. This boy who was 33, or not boy, but man who was 33, he was a horse trainer. Now, I basically I almost burst into tears, because I just was like, I was just so... When they said that he came into Black Beauty theme tune, the Black Beauty track, and that he was a horse trainer, and that his dad in the sermon had said, oh, not sermon, but what you said, I don't know what that's called, but that the thing was that he likened him to an apple. I was just kind of overwhelmed. Because again, that is, more signs, again, from the universe to remember, this is what we're doing. This boy, he was 33 years old. He was a horse trainer. He had his own stud, but he got into financial difficulties. And so he thought there's no way out. So basically, how terribly shocking is that? So that, again, is why this is a message to say, don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your yellow brick road, because it is happening for a reason. All of these messages are happening for a reason. So, the lemon drop. Now, listen to this. I obviously searched for it, because I was like, what's the symbolism behind the lemon drop? And this is what I found. So, many of us remember the Wizard of Oz with joy or with a pinch of uneasiness. Those flying monkeys have haunted some of us for quite a while. They personified a kind of fear. Watch out, or the flying monkey will get you. The Wizard of Oz is chock full of imagery, symbolism, and meaning. The author, L. Frank Baum, was a theosophist, and this theosophical symbolism is everywhere in this story. I can't really say that. So here are my thoughts. The first article reminds us we are all on a road of some kind. When we are walking towards our fears and uncertainties, we also always come upon obstacles and roadblocks along the way. We pick up things that provide us with support things, or people who encourage us to keep going, to not give up. Sometimes we have to face head-on our deepest fears to get to the truth behind the curtain, and the truth that is ultimately always within us. Glinda tells Dorothy, "You've always had the power to go home." Sometimes we just aren't aware of or don't trust in what is right in front of us. Does Kansas represent for Dorothy, for us, our physical world as it is right now? The place where we are materially and spiritually. One day Dorothy sings, "Somewhere over the rainbow skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops." Is she searching for something? Is she ready to begin a spiritual journey? Then wham, something drastic happens. A tornado of twirling energy, flashing bits of her life in front of her. The twisting, powerful force that lurches Dorothy forward, distancing her from all that is familiar, comforting, and predictable. She finds herself looking around in wonder at a new and breathtaking world, and while exhaling, announces, "Toto, I have a feeling we are not in Kansas anymore." And remember the slippers. Originally, the ruby red slippers were supposed to be silver. In some schools of thought, the idea of a silver thread represents the connection between the physical and the spiritual. The shoes were changed to red because they showed up better on the film. And once Dorothy has the magic shoes, she is led to the yellow brick road. In Buddhism, the road to enlightenment is called the Golden Path. And how does the yellow brick road begin? In a spiral, yet another symbol of the evolving self. Aren't there times when we feel we are caught in a spiral of some kind, spiraling out of control and caught in a downward spiral, or spiraling upwards? On her journey, Dorothy encountered soon-to-be friends and companions who are seeking a brain, a wisdom, courage, a heart, and purity and love. All of the qualities for a successful spiritual awakening. Who else does Dorothy talk to? Toto. Toto is Dorothy's inner voice, the one who sees things for who and what they really are, thinking ahead to pulling back the curtain and revealing Oz for what he really is. Surmounting obstacles and challenges, Dorothy makes it to Oz. The great and powerful Oz may represent our spiritual and religious beliefs, the authority that tells us how to be worthy. She is given a task to get the broomstick from the Wicked Witch of the East. This accomplished Dorothy now returns to claim her rewards, to return home for herself. A brain for the Scarecrow, courage for the Lion, and a heart for the Tin Man. Sadly, she learns the great and powerful Oz is not so great or so powerful. The wizard, now professor, bestows wisdom, courage, and love purity to Dorothy's three companions, while revealing they always possessed the traits and had only to believe in them. For Dorothy, getting home would require trusting Oz, now a mere man, and embarking on the trip home in a hot air balloon. At the last minute, Toto, her intuitive self, runs away, forcing Dorothy to follow. She misses the launch and is left behind. Glinda swoops in and lovingly tells Dorothy she herself has the power to go home, and she has always had it. All she needs to do is close her eyes and say the magic words. Back in Kansas, Dorothy has a hard time getting her loved ones to believe she was really in another place. But now, seemingly more at peace with herself and perhaps better balance between the physical and the spiritual, she is comforted by understanding there is no place like home. We are all on a journey of some kind. For some of us, it is a journey of healing or forgiving. For others, it is spiritual. We all come from different backgrounds and experiences. We all have different names for what we are searching for. Whether we know it or not, we are all on the yellow brick road. In some way or another, we want to know what is behind the curtain, to face and overcome our fears, to know what is the truth and is real, And for many of us, we will come to see what we already possess, great strength and wisdom in ourselves. We only have to come to this understanding. Wow. I mean, again, I'm speechless because this came through from someone's healing, the lemon drop, and it's all about our higher selves wanting us to know to keep on the yellow brick road. The guy that I was sat next to on the train, he had a tattoo in his arm. The tattoo said, "No fear." So, clear all fears, clear all doubts, and keep going on your yellow brick road, because I am quite, again, another level of just thinking how brilliant this journey is and how much it really does astound me coming from people's healings exactly how we're piecing this jigsaw together to keep us on track, because it really is an amazing journey. Because, you know, the other thing is what's in our actual reality is so far different, right? And that's why the messages are so powerful, because it really does keep you on track when everything else looks like shit. Do you know what I mean? So basically, keep going because it's all there. All right, take care. Bye.